everyone, welcome back to week 2, our discussion. For this week, maybe I should read our prompt. We are looking at a few characters, I'm trying to pull up the prompt. Looking at a few characters and then just discussing them. So for this week, let me find it. Week 2. Okay. Our prompt says, which of the figures you read this week most caught your attention and why? Be specific, use a quote from the text. What is a meaningful and relevant connection you make between one of these figures? Okay, and then read Galatians. Okay, amazing. So, for me, this week, the figure that stood out to me the most was, I hope I say his name right, Augustine? Okay. And what really caught my attention was just like how honest he was with his like spiritual journey, especially the way that he talks about like searching for like fulfillment and what's gonna like fulfill him like in the long run. And I just thought that was cool, and I felt like he was so open and honest. And then I think a quote that stood out to me, I wrote it down. He says that you have made us for yourself, and our hearts are restless until they rest in you. And I think that really was just so powerful because it really has us reflect on personal experiences and showing like that we're trying to find satisfaction in other things, but we won't be fully satisfied unless we, are fully able to like devote. And I think that is really conveyed in that quote. I'm sorry, I'm like losing my words. I think it just really shows how human he is, and how Augustine, I hope I'm saying that right, and how he shows a lot of human nature and just in the need of just needing God. It just feels very authentic, very human, like we all kind of do that. And so a connection I saw between him and this week's theology lecture and the Trinity is the idea of just like relationships, and how he talks about how God, in a way that really shows his love and his connection, which really ties back into the Trinity, I felt like, and just being relational, like Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, that we are 3 in our unity. And I think that's really helped me better understand that God is very distinct being, like in his nature, that 3 in 1, that we can have that relational that is modeled in Augustus and like this module and stuff. So I think that was great. And then looking at Galatians, it was just cool to look at the lecture and just to see all of the ideas that we have looked at, all of these concepts we're already starting to read, and that we can just call on God our Father. I just thought that was such a cool, it's just a good reminder, I felt like. So and just connected into our readings well, and like our relationship that we get to continue further with God is such a cool and special thing. And so so those are a few of my thoughts this week. I'm looking forward to hear yours.